Good morning. This is the Life Motivation. So whether you're catching this first thing in the morning, midday, at night, or on the other side of the world when you finally wake up, we want to welcome you each day to this new journey and to have the blessings within you that your eyes are open and your ears are open this morning to be able to receive the information and the words that are coming out here today. A lot of the words and the frequencies and the processes that I talk about, the thought processes, the changing of your words and your habits to give you the new version, the better version, the best version of you each day. And it all starts with a few little simple processes. The law of attraction. Many people don't understand it or have never heard of it. And it's called love. What are you truly attracting to your life? I attract love to my life, which in turn attracts more abundance of friendship and fellowship and happiness and gratitude and knowledge and wisdom and things that I can bring back for what I am learning to how to shift my life from the average of where I was at to increasing my thought process to a whole nother level, to increasing my life, my abundance, my family, my communication, my relationships, my career side, everything into a complete balance instead of having part of a flat wheel. You know, because everybody thinks that they've got everything in tune and rolling very well. But yet you're going to define one spot that is got a flat spot on that tire. It doesn't roll very well. So we teach people how to keep a complete balance within your sight, your whole life, your whole cycle. And that way your universe is running in complete harmony and you're in the correct frequency to receive the things that you're asking for within life. And the biggest thing that's happening right now, and it has been on the move for the last couple of years, is people are awakening to their true self, their true beings, their true inner source, that source energy that we all have, that guidance system, and starting to understand it a little bit better, because we're either getting to an age group to where either our body is starting to fail or our career side is not as strong or where it needs to be within the area we need to be in within our life, within our own mindset that we have put of a vision that we see that where we want to be within life. And we're getting to that point of we're not there, so something's got to change. Something's got to shift. And what is the biggest shift that's happening? It's all right here, inside the mind. It's all right here, inside this heart. What have you truly been loving all of this time? You have been loving the monetary side. You've been loving the material side. You've been loving the acting like you was up there with the Joneses, buying the bigger houses, the bigger boats, the bigger toys, and this, that, and the other. But yet you were living outside of your means. Now we're teaching people how to come back and understand living within inside of your means. But first off, you have to believe within you that everything that you do want, it's yours. Why isn't it coming to you? Because you put that limited self-belief on yourself. You limited you thinking that, okay, I don't have the monetary funds. Oh, there's no way that I could afford the insurance. Oh, the gas on that thing. Oh, I can't afford it. You put those limiting beliefs on what you truly want within your life. So guess what? It's not an alignment. So now with what we're teaching people is about that alignment, getting yourself within that correct alignment. But guess what? You have a belief so strong and so powerful that you know that you're in that correct alignment, that correct state, that correct mind state to know that everything that you want is coming to you. And now you're starting to enjoy the journey of what's coming. Because you're dreaming it, you're manifesting it, you're wanting it to happen. So guess what? You're putting the thought process to it, which is getting you to a better focus, which is getting you to understanding you wrote that goal down a long time ago. You may have wrote it in your head, but now we're teaching you how to put it on a piece of paper to be able to move your life towards that with a better focus. And not living with those other thoughts out here of, oh, I don't know, or what if, or lack of, or all those other things that we put into our heads every single day, which we now have to rewire. Why? Because that is what was taught by our parents and our parents' parents. They had that belief all that time frame that they truly couldn't have it. They was in that survival mode all those years because of the living through the depression. Not knowing, not the grocery store doesn't have the groceries. We all, assume every day when we wake up, there's going to be power. There's going to be water. There's going to be, food at the grocery store. We just expect it. But what if that one day it just all goes away? You're going to go right back to that survival mode just like they did. And we'll do what we have to do to evolve. But right now, we're evolving with the times, and we're loving this journey and the emotions and the bigger visions that are coming and the things that we're doing. So now we're evolving with this online world as well. Was it here when I was a kid? No. Was it here just 20 years ago? No. Was it truly here to where we could learn something new within the last 15 years? No. But guess what? Within the last 10 years, so many things have changed. We have evolved within our knowledge. We have evolved within our age of wisdom of the experiences we have been through. Now, the evolving that these kids have brought up with this building, these online worlds and these businesses, and teaching us how to have that 6 and 7 figure income and live our life the way we want to, all because we all have to change our thought process. That thought process of knowing that I've got to have that jobby job. I got to punch that time card for someone else. No. When you wake up each day, you are punching your own time clock, no one else's, because you're getting up each day and you have believed within yourself and the physical abilities to go and work for someone else because that was the norm. Working for yourself now is starting to be the norm. There will be about 80% come into this and roll with this. There'll be about 10% that'll actually take, action on it and stay dedicated for a little while. Then they won't see everything that they truly wanted in that now time-space reality of a paycheck every week, because they didn't put the true hustle into their work. Now, guess what? They're going to go out and bash the online side and leave us 3% that are actually doing this. So moving with this, the numbers are not high, but it is available to everyone to be able to do something different within your life. And the best part that it all starts with is the belief within you. You believe within you. You have that knowledge right here within your heart, knowing that I'm excited about this. I want something more within my life. Then no matter if you're building an online business, you're building a brick and mortar, or you're doing door to door, it doesn't matter what you do, or even moving your elevations into career level of what you're already in. Do you believe within yourself strong enough to say, you know what, I deserve that position. I know the knowledge of that job that needs to be taken care of. I have the physical abilities to be able to take care of that. I know when I get up here, I'm going to give the best to my clients every single day, no matter what I'm doing, how bad I might be feeling, but I'm going to give my best because I believe within me every single day. That's what we want for every single individual out there. The belief in knowing that what you want is coming and enjoying every bit of it. We're going to share some testimonies here in just a second from people that are moving their life within here and had a holiday weekend that has just been outrageous. And then within the last 30 days and 90 days, the people that have been shifting their life tremendously. This is what I want you to be able to understand, what we do within here each day as these entrepreneurs. They're going to be able to bring out their story in just a moment for you to be able to understand that it's not just me that is moving my life. There's people in here that are putting new habits to their days. There's people that's coming here diligently each day to learn some of these processes that I talk about. Do they understand them the first day they come in? Probably not. Do they come back and get a little bit more and a little bit more and then start grasping and receiving and understanding the words that I'm telling them? Is you're working on you and no one else? You're starting to get your heart in tune with you, the love that you have within you, the words that you're speaking to yourself now. Instead of putting yourself down, you're uplifting yourself. Instead of putting others down and prejudging people, you're learning to get your house corrected first before you can even try, because we are here to judge only us and no one else. We're here to have happiness in us and no one else. We're here to take our journeys and no one else. And everything that we're doing with all of our dreams that we're manifesting every single day. I manifested this being able to learn the online world, and it popped into my life. I manifested me being able to come home and not have to travel around without my lady anymore. I came home to be with my family or friends after traveling for 26 years for someone else. I gave them my life, but yet they didn't put me in the position where they said they were going to. They stepped on my fingers every chance that I turned around and got more certifications to move up, and they would hamper me some more. So I finally said enough is enough. Went in with a smile and said, here's my stuff. I'm gone. I'm living my life on my terms now. So that's what we're doing and teaching people here every day, is to start living for you and your happiness and your energy and believing within you and everything that you're doing. Knowing when you wake up that you have everything that you truly need. Because if you've got the roof over your head, if you've got the clothes on your back, you got the food in your belly, you got the loved ones that love you, and you love yourself, you got everything you need right there to start anything within life. No matter where you're put in a position, if we put you on a bus and sent you halfway across the country and that's all you had, guess what? This voice is going to be able to get you what you need to have the monetary funds to be able to get that roof and shelter at that location just as well. So no matter what happens in life, know that you are not bound to that piece of dirt where you're sitting at and saying, I am comfortable just right here. It's okay. That dirt may shift and move in life, and you just evolve and move with it and keep flowing with the belief within you that you have everything that you truly need. It's a good day to have a great day. And I'm going to pass this on to Miss Shannon for her excitement. This is a 4th of July weekend. This is a weekend of freedom, of things that we get to do every day, a weekend of getting up to be able to have this online meeting right here on this free platform from Facebook that is allowing us to do these things, on YouTube to be able to put this stuff out. The things that we're doing within our life to be able to move us to that next elevation. We're learning how to manifest it. We're learning how to dream it, design it, goal it, plan it out, and then sit back and enjoy the unfolding of it. So Miss Shannon has been working diligently. She's from New York. So I want her to give a little bit of story about what she's been manifesting, how she drew it out, the time frame that she's been looking at all the different real estates. I want you to go into the full story right quick and tell the people what you've been able to do and now what you have that you're about. And a date is already set on it as well. Powerful right there when she put a date to it, knowing I'm leaving New York August 1st. That's power. That's what you need to do with your own life, guys. Set the goals, write the plans, draw it out if you need to. Vision it in your head. And then you will see what we keep talking about in here each day of how people are shifting their life. Ready to share, Ms. Shannon.
Hello, everybody. So I think it was December of last year when I decided I wanted to move out of New York. Decembers and Januaries in New York are like 4 or 5 feet of snow. I'm done with snow, don't want to be here anymore. So I started talking to my dad, but it wasn't until February that I really started looking for homes. And I got a piece of paper, sat down, it was in February, I'm not sure the date though. I drew out what I wanted my home to look like. And I was very specific on it, what the floors were going to look like, the colors of the walls. I needed to have it an office, and I did not want to transform a bedroom into an office. So it needed to have it an extra room that I could use an office for. So between February and the beginning of June, I would say my stepmom would send me all these houses and that, and it just weren't for me because it's not what I had envisioned. So I was constantly turning everything down that was being sent to me. So I make a trip down to Tennessee about once or twice a month so I can go scope out for myself. Well, this past 3-4 weeks, maybe a month, I went down, I put a purchase offer on a property, and there was way too many restrictions on it, so I declined it. So I was like, one more chance. I'm going to try one more chance before I have to leave to come back to New York. And went and looked at this property. It was perfect. It had the mountain view that I wanted. I need the mountain view in my backyard. Whatever, I didn't care. It's 4-bedroom, and it has an extra room for an office, so I don't even have to take away from a bedroom. I don't know, it's what I had envisioned because I got it to where I can do whatever I want to it. I'm not breaking myself doing it. And yeah, I'm so excited. The closing is supposed to be July 11th, around that area. So as of the last day of August, because my lease is up here the last day of August. So as of August 31st, September 1st, I am out of New York. No more snow. But yeah, I worked diligently with this, kept it in my head. I was not going to stop. I was not going to give up. I was focused. No matter what I had to do, I was going to make it happen. And it's possible. It's possible. You work every day at something you want to achieve. It'll happen. It might take weeks. It might take months. It might take years, but it'll happen. Just have to have patience.
That's it. Patience. And she had the belief within her, knowing that what she wanted, y'all heard all of that. She was not settling for anything but what she wanted. And that's all we want you to do. When you go buy that car, do you settle? When you go buy that nice suit, do you settle? That nice dress or shoes or that purse, do you settle? No, you went in, you looked at something else. The sales lady might show you something different, but it's not what you were looking for. So you usually go after what you want. Same thing with your life that you're designing here each day, guys. This new elevation, this new opportunity that you have to put your life in that new direction. What do you want? Are you writing out your next phase? Are you writing out where you truly see your next 30 years? What if you woke up with that uncurable disease tomorrow and you only had a certain time period left to live? Tim McGraw's song, I love it. Next 30 years. What are you going to go do? Where do you want to be? What are the places you want to see? Who are the people you want to meet? Start dreaming, start designing, start going, start planning, start taking actions. Don't sit back and let's see, when you're sitting in the retirement home with the regrets, man, I wish I would have went and done that. I wish I would have went and talked to that person that day before he left. Yeah, little things. So we're going to pass it on. Miss Christy has got some excitement that I would love for her to share as well, that she's been working diligently for quite a little while. So go ahead, Miss Christy.
Thomas, can I add something before we jump to another story that what Shannon was speaking, and it just spoke volumes to me.
Okay, Christy, I don't know.
Just a tangent, small tangent. Look, what would happen if we all decided to put a demand upon ourselves in that exact same manner? You know, what would happen? It doesn't matter whether it be something small, something big. What would happen, guys, if you would put that kind of demand that Shannon just stated upon herself, upon her own life? Like, I'm proclaiming this. I'm going to stand in the gap. I'm going to do what I have to do my part. I'm letting the universe know it. I'm letting God know it. I'm letting man know it, that this is not what I'm not going to settle for this. I'm not going to live this way. This is how I want to live. I want something bigger. I want something better. And by the way, I want it to be such and such feet. I want the ceilings to look like this. And I want the walls to look like this. And to the point of being as specific as you want to be as a person. What would happen if you would put a demand on your own life? That's it. Just posing a question, Thomas.
Yes.
That's something to think about, guys.
Go ahead, Miss Christy.
Hi, thanks for having me share my story. Yes, I'm totally stoked. Today's the last day at my job. I actually left 6 weeks ago, and they asked me I was going to stay for 4, and they needed extra help, so I stayed for 2. So it's been kind of funny. I feel like I've been like, it's my last day. No, now this is my last day. So this is it. And yeah, it's exactly what Shannon said. When I bought my house, I looked at a lot of icky ones, and I'm like, oh, I can make it work. And I remember one day at church, I'm like, God, if I could have anything, this is what I want. And by golly, I got it. So I thought, wow, let's use this approach with work. And I hope I can focus today and get done and wrap up what I need to do. What a blessing to I've had more faith and trust that I can make this happen. And people are all like, what are you doing? What are you going to do? And I just kind of go, yeah, I got it, and because I don't want to have to explain it to them, because it's unfolding for me too, and worry about them. And maybe that's what's kind of been cool about having 6 weeks to go. is that people just started to be okay with that, which was nice. Like the people that matter the most. And they're like, you got this, you're going to do this. We're really excited for you. Everybody was so excited for me, as am I. So, yeah, I mean, like I said last night, I mean, I know I wouldn't be here being able to do these types of things if it wasn't for you guys. I mean, yes, I have to do the work, but having you guys in this group and this cat is just an absolute blessing, and I can't thank you enough. And I look forward to sharing more things with you. So much love.
Much love, definitely, guys, because many conversations that we've had, and then she's been in here with us, and the directions where she's going and building her life into what she's wanting, and the places that she's going with her bigger vision. It's awesome to see the unfolding, to know that she has something that can shift people's lives, and to be able to go out and share that across the world, that right there, hey, that fills the cup. Knowing that the one word that I said this morning, belief. She has enough belief within her own self now, knowing that she can move her world in the direction that she wants it to go. That's what it's all about. Believing with you, your inner guidance system, your inner source energy, your inner vibrations, your inner frequencies that you put off. Believe so powerful within that you have right there. You can look at it almost like a ball of energy. You can sit there and hold it, look at it, toss it around a little bit and be like, hey, I've got the power. This power came from within me. And guess what? Each and every one of you have the same power. We all came with it. All you got to do is tap into it. Tap into that true inner you, that inner belief, that better person, that bigger version, the knowledge source that you already have within you to be able to create these new worlds that you're wanting to go towards, the new homes, to be able to live her life without having to work for someone else, to be that entrepreneur that she's always wanted to be. Hey, that's what it's all about. That's the power right there. All right, raise your hand. Has anybody else got any a power story for this holiday weekend before I pass it on to Julio that they want to share their story? Vanita, hang on. I'm going to get you to come out, Miss Vanita. Oh, yeah, you're coming out. Yes. So because right now she is in Virginia. She is spending time with her grandchildren and her daughter. So she has traveled from Washington to Virginia just to spend her time with there. Benita, I want you to say the excitement of, what did I see yesterday? Busch Gardens, the candy y'all probably ate, all the other stuff, all the excitement. Tell the people about your weekend of this 4th of July weekend and having the freedom to be able to do what y'all were doing.
Oh, it's just amazing. It is the freedom. This is what we work so hard for, right? Is to have the freedom to do what we want to do, to come and these are our rewards, right? We got the grandkids here and anything. The reward of having your own business, the reward of having your own time, living the way that you want, is having the freedom to do what you want. Busch Gardens was amazing. I had never been. Well, of course, because I've never been to Virginia, but I've never really been to anything like that. So it was amazing. It was fun. The kids had fun. Families everywhere, rides. And it was all free once you got through the door. You paid to get in, but yeah, I was like, I kept telling my daughter, well, how much is this? And she's like, Mom, it doesn't cost anything. And I really couldn't grasp that concept in the beginning, but then I was like, oh, well, shoot, let's go over here and let's go over here. And it was just, we had a blast. And that is what it's all about. And so I was reading the notes there, and it was talking about wins. Listen, man, I'm on a win for a whole week, yes. Right? And so anything I do while I'm here, just being here is a win for me. It's a win for my family. And so, yeah, of course. Look,
yes.
This is my win here.
And thank you for sharing that. And that's what I wanted everybody in here to understand. When I talk about a win, that's a win. She's never been to Virginia. She's getting to see her grandchildren. She was able to go to Busch Gardens. She's never been there. She was able to, fly across the plane from, Washington to Virginia. All that right there, that's a win within your life. That's a moving forward with happiness. That's a moving forward with a childlike state of excitement within your day. to be able to go run around with them kids from one ride to the next ride, to go see this, go look at that. Oh, look over here. That was a childlike state that she was in. That's what I'm talking about, what we're doing here each day with you. We're wanting you to have that kind of excitement each and every day when you wake up. Not having that, oh man, I got to get out of bed. Oh, I want to roll back over. No, you're excited to get out of bed. And at night, you don't want to go to sleep because you're so excited. You know, your routine was 9 o'clock, I'm in bed, and then I got to be up by 6:30, 7 o'clock, every morning. That was our routine. But when you start living your life of excitement, it's going to go back to that childlike state of you're going to go to bed at 9 o'clock, but yet you're laying there awake and your mind is tossing and turning. You're thinking, you're talking, and you're doing this, that, and the other until 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Well, get up and keep doing some freaking work. Go back and read that book. Go do some journaling. Go write some goaling. Go get online and do some content, whatever you're doing on the business-wise. If you can't sleep, get up and be active. Utilize that time. You will sleep when you need to sleep, I promise. Notre Dame and Einstein and all of them, biggest part in their journal. Napped for about 20 minutes today, midday. Napped for about 20 minutes, midnight. Little time frames. It was in their notes. They were just periodic sleeping. And the whole time, what was that mind doing? They were using more than just a percentage of it. They were seeing and tapping into that source energy, and that they had, that power I keep talking about that we all have.
And Thomas?
Yes.
And that's exactly what I did. We went out, we played all day. Even yesterday, we went out, we played all day, came back and did some work. It's just that easy. And I didn't have to spend a lot of time doing the work, right? I spent, an hour or something like that in the 30-day class that we're in, and did a couple of posts. Simple. Played all day, worked for an hour, play all day today, come back, work for an hour. It's that easy.
Yeah. That is a type of lifestyle that most are trying to figure out how we do it, but yet they won't pick up the phone to believe in themselves enough to say, you know what, I can do that. The belief within you to do something, you can. We've always had it backwards all this time frame, because no matter how you look at it, I said it a long time ago, if you took a picture of a job site, of a construction job site right now from a satellite down, and then you took one back in the Egyptian days when they're building the pyramids, the only difference is they got whips and you're barely eating. Now they're barely paying you and you're still barely eating. And they don't have the whips. So it's all within us, and we don't have to live in that. We can be the chain breakers. Or hang on, we are the chain breakers. Yeah. We have broken that chain, and knowing that we don't have to live like that anymore. So it's all good. All right, raise your hand. Has anybody else got any win that they want to talk about? The excitement for the 4th of July weekend, being able to have their time freedom, just being able to live their life now, things like that. All right, everybody's cool. We're going to pass it on to Brother Julio, and let's rock it out, brother.
Thomas, you got me tripping over here, man. If that doesn't put things into perspective sometimes, like envisioning that for a second, like, I don't know how many of you guys, know all the older stories on slavery or building, pyramids and all the stuff that used to go on back then. That's a good way to put it, Thomas. We're getting paid, but it's pennies. It's pennies on a dime. You're right. In comparison, man. Law of attraction, man. Law of attraction. That's what I want to talk about. Yesterday was a great day. It was a fun day. It's 4th of July. We celebrated our independence. I had a great time with my family. I didn't have the opportunity to have my babies with me, so that was a powwow. But I still enjoyed it. I talked to them on the phone, had a great conversation with them. Made sure, hey, you guys are going to be in an area where you guys are all safe, and you're having fun. Be careful with the fireworks. My oldest son, he's not big on fireworks. He kind of reacts the way the dog. Where he's like I in the booth, how it looked, the noise, they can stir him up, in an emotional way. It's like, he's just like, it's too loud for him. But I still enjoyed it, man. We had great food, great family time, great laughter. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. just enjoying life. We speak. Now imagine for a second, right, that what people are doing, what Vanita's doing on vacation, what everybody, well, not everybody, what Americans did yesterday, and they're celebrating, and at that. Imagine for a second that people could celebrate life every day that way, celebrate their independence every single day. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday. It's one of my leads, and he's kind of been poking at me lately. So I've been giving him an ear, giving him attention, and we had a great conversation. And like lately I've been having conversations with random people who are following me. And I'm learning more and more and seeing how the law of attraction operates, how it works. When you feel like you're talking to a person and a person is a complete stranger, but you're talking to a person who is like-minded, when you start vibing with the person and you're like, wait a second, you mean you think the exact same way that I do? Or you see a lot of commonalities, in how that person lives and how that person operates and how that person talks. Like I've just been seeing the law of attraction every single day. I've been seeing it, with its hand upon my life, with its hand in this conversation, or its hand and poking there, and all these like, I don't look at it as random, because I'm attracting these things, for lack of better terminology, I use the word random, but it's equivalent to, you guys remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right? You guys remember that movie back in the day? And you remember when he has that humongous, when the bad guy at the ending has that humongous freaking magnet, and he's trying to get the good guy to come to him or whatever, and he ends up, flipping it and the barrel gets on him. It's like that, a humongous magnet, and you're attracting all the things in life that you want, all the things in life that you're proclaiming, all the people in your life to set yourself up or to build relationships so you can strengthen them and God can use you. I mean, it's an energy that I'm only learning how to operate in, that I'm only just beginning to learn how to harness, how to control, and mimic even, and operate in, flow in, versus causing that resistance and energy, where, the law of attraction is telling me to go this way, and I'm going in the opposite way kind of stuff. I want to be in coincide. I want to be in alignment. I want to be in that perfect flow, so that way I can get to what the sign says behind Thomas, that ripple movement. Because when you get in that perfect flow, man, things begin to operate differently across the board, man. Publicly, I mean, I don't need to give details, but I want to give kudos to my sister, Vanita, man. I love you, and you already know it. I've told you so many times, so I just appreciate your relationship. I appreciate your transparency. I appreciate how you operate. I appreciate your realness. That's one thing that I love about not just her, but our community in general. We have people who are authentic. We have people who are real. We have people that are selfless in a manner where we really 110%, 200% care about the average person, care about the random person, care about people in general, a selfless heart, and Thomas, me and you have talked about it so many times, and just how the law of attraction is using us even, and how every single day, the things that we're doing and how we look at the bigger picture. There might be little things here and there, that maybe they're hiccups, or maybe we have to adjust, or how things are formulated or whatever, but how everything is flowing is just, it's beautiful to be in the place that I'm in right now this morning, this day. And I'm really thankful. I'm really humbled. Yesterday was fantastic to just spend all that time with family and the flow in that way. And I really want to thank you all for sharpening me and helping me to become a better version of myself. It goes back to what Christy said, you have to do your own heavy lifting, and I say that too. Thomas says it too. We all talk about it. It's important for us to do our part. When you're in flow though, it's a great place to be in it. And like a year ago, I didn't see myself being where I'm at today. 2 years ago, 6 months ago, maybe not even, I'm just really grateful. I'm really humbled. And I'm really appreciative, and I'm overwhelmed with the amount of energy sometimes. And that's why I say harnessing it, and giving it back, operating in flow, having that spirit of thankfulness, that spirit of receiving, receiving blessings, receiving love, and acknowledging the awareness of life that we have. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand it. You guys used to always say it in the beginning, and it wasn't registering in my brain. I knew the information you were saying, but I didn't understand the importance of being thankful. I didn't understand the importance in totality of what it was to truly be grateful, and the blessing that was tied into that. What was tied into being thankful and having a spirit of gratitude. Thanking God for a rock? What? Huh? Thanking the universe for a rock that's in my pocket? Like, why the hell would I want to do that? That's stupid. That's how I thought. But I didn't verbalize that to you. I didn't communicate this. And I'm like, okay, I caught the concept of, hey, let's be thankful for the simple things, But now it's like when an energy between a combination of energy, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, the Holy Spirit, discernment, all of the things, I feel like, pretend for a second that there's a pattern, and there's we all know the PBS special, connect the dots, la 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 la, and you have these, or Pee Wee Herman from back in the day or whatever, and you have all these dots and you just start connecting them. That's how I feel it's operating for me. All of the dots and everything is just, and it's energy. It's almost like an electricity, and you see all these things just connecting. And as the more they connect, the more that they flow. The more that they connect, the more that things make sense. The more that they connect, the more everything is falling into place. And the more that they connect, and the more that I operate in that flow, the more everything is. It's like I have cloud before me, and the cloud is starting to dissipate, and I begin to see things from a different perspective. I begin to see people, places, situations, circumstances all around me, and I'm just like, this is so beautiful. This is so awesome. Like, I never knew this in operating and being thankful. You want to go ahead to add something, Thomas?
No, and I'm just saying you've only got a little taste of it so far.
I know. That's the awesome part. Like, I'm only on the cusp of this. You know what I'm saying? I am only on the cusp where it's like, baby, that's only the tip of the iceberg. And I know that, but my awareness, the sensitivity that you can operate in, like, everything just makes sense to me, man. It all makes sense to me. And if I'm jibber jabbing and you guys like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Just gratitude, man. I never understood how just being thankful for the blessings in every single day, how that can play a role and gain ground in your life, how you can stand in a position of victory and gain, wherever it is that you want to be, wherever it is that you want to do, just gain ground daily and constantly making even if there's hiccups, because nothing in life is exactly perfect, but I believe it's perfect in the sense that it happens the way it's supposed to.
Yes.
Like Thomas tells us a lot of times, don't be sorry. If you jump on here, don't be sorry. Why? You were living your life. You might have had something that was more important. Your son, your daughter, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, your nephew, whatever. Don't be sorry about life. We are all living, and in our living, we're co-creating something great, So operate in that thankfulness, operate in the positivity, operate in positive energy, operate in the flow, man. And when all of those things come together, man, life begins to come, it begins to be a lot more fruitful. You begin to see the abundance. The reality of it is there's no difference from me and Thomas. There's no difference from Thomas to a multi-billionaire. There's no difference from that multi-billionaire to the homeless man that you guys last seen. There's really no difference. We are all flesh, mind, body, spirit. What's the difference? How we operate. What's the difference? Our perspective.
Belief.
How we look at life. The energies that we flow in. That right there is just beautiful. I didn't grasp that before. And me grasping it now, and learning how the law of attraction works, how laws work in general, it's a beautiful position to be in. I'm really humbled. I'm really thankful this morning, You know, I got some good low go lives inside of me this morning that I'm ready to give to the public, you know. And I'm just really humbled, and I'm thankful for you all. I'm thankful for the opportunity to speak, the opportunity to be on a platform like this, the opportunity to have so many great friends, you know, and not just friends, but people who I feel like I can call family. You know, Roxy messes with me sometimes, or when we're going through stuff, you know, she'll tell me, yeah, I know your online family. And she references, but she knows that I'm passionate about you guys. She knows that I actually love you guys, that I care about you guys. I speak about you guys as if I'm speaking of my own children, or I'm speaking of my mom, or I'm speaking of somebody like that. I talk about all you guys, man. Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. I want to see each and every one of you guys succeed. You know, Christy, like you're stepping out in a box right now. By you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're growing and you're maturing. We've seen you flourish. So for you to be, hey, this is my last day of work today, hats off to you, sweetie. Hats off to you. More power to you. You know, may the strength and the power, you know, and the flow of the life and the vitality that it's in us all lead you and guide you. You know, may the power and the strength of the living God, man, be with you and guide you, you know, and provide for you. Because I know you're going to flow in that abundance every single day, man.
That's it.
Love you guys, man.
Power within the law of attraction, power within the belief within yourself, power of the gratitude for what you have within your life and the abundance that's around you. You are the power. You are the one that's making all that happen, guys. For every direction that you're going within your life, every moment you have a happy smile on your face. Guess who put it there? You did. No one else. When you woke up this morning and you had the excitement to know that, you know, you can live your life the way that you want it. And yes, there is a bigger vision. There is a bigger plan. But once you get in tune with it, yeah, it rocks right with you.
Thomas, you just said something right there. So there is a bigger plan. So can I tell all of you guys, like, I love Shannon because Shannon writes down that plan that she sees. I know Thomas writes down that plan. Like, we envision these things. I write them down, guys. So if you're starting, like, John, I see a look on your face right now, John, where you see that vision we're talking about, sir. I'm emotional thinking about it because I know that it's true. I see it on your face, sir. That vision, begin to write it out, sir. Begin to write that out. Whatever you're seeing in your head right now, write that thing out, sir. And each and every one of you guys, man, if you're beginning to see things on a daily basis, write that stuff down, man. That is your plan. That is the universe telling you, this is what I have for you, sir. This is what I have for you, ma'am. This is the greatness that is in store, that I have already predestined and planned for you. You know, align yourself up with that you see, man, that you feel, because these energies don't operate just in visions, just in thought. They operate in our emotions because our emotions are tied to them. Our emotions gravitate towards that. It's the reason why you thought about it, and at the same time that you're thinking about it, you feel a certain way about it, because there's a connection there. Those two tie into each other. They play into each other. And anybody else who's got any visions while I've been speaking, you know, or Thomas is speaking, or Shannon will speak, or anybody else who's adding anything on here this morning, you know, write those things down, man, because that's the greatness in this life right now, not when we get to heaven, but right now that you're supposed to experience while your time is here on earth. That's what you're supposed to be living out, guys. Write those things out, man. You know, see them come to pass.
It's the power of the pen. Even I know a lot of times we have talked about journaling. We have talked about this over and over and over again. You can go back and watch many of the recordings and see that we have talked about this topic for almost a year now. Why? Because it is what's the power of bringing your life to that next level. Because if you have never truly started journaling your life out and you say, well, I'll remember that later, guess what? I promise you that brain has got so many other thoughts that come through there that you will not remember it this afternoon. And you're like, what was I supposed to write down? There was something I wanted to write down. And that's the way it's going to be. And then guess what? There went that idea. That one idea, that one thought, that one goal that you were supposed to write down so you can move your life towards it. That's all you had to do was write down that one thing. And we lacked in our own self. All because we didn't want to take the time because we're too busy. We've got to go over here. We've got to go get that shopping done. We've got to go get this over here done. But the first person that you need to freaking work on every day, no matter what, and whatever situation comes up, is the person in the mirror, you, yourself, that physical body right there. Work on it first in any situation that pops up. If you're at work, situation pops up, I want you to look at the good emotion outcome of what you're seeing. All right, this just popped up. All right, what would be the good outcome if I took care of this? How am I going to feel if I took care of this, or once I've taken care of this? Awesome. So guess what? Now it's not a situation. It's just something that you'll go ahead and take care of because you put a good flow to it. You put the better outcome and the emotion to the ending right there at the beginning. So you thought of the ending feeling of how it's going to make you feel. But if you immediately go to it like, man, I've got to do this all over again. Well, you put the bad feeling at the beginning, and then guess what? That bad feeling is going to roll all the way to the end. But just look at it and say, you know what? It's okay. I've got this. I can handle it. It'll be all right. And look at the good outcome of the maybe bonus that might be coming at the end of completing that, or the training or knowledge that you will receive at the end of that, or the people you may assist. So you start thinking of not just yourself sometimes. Imagine that. So if I do this here, that's going to give me good feelings because I know I just helped 10 people to be able to get what they needed accomplished. So we are thinking of our brothers and sisters every day. We are wanting each one of you to inspire to do the best that you can do, to be the best that you can do. And we love helping and people all together every single day that don't mind helping themselves. If you're out there and at least trying, if you're out there at least doing and moving, then you will find other people will nourish you and help you and guide you right along. They'll put you under their wing. But yet, if you're not trying yourself, then how can we assist you? Because you got to put in the legwork, like Christy said, like Julio said. You've got to do the heavy lifting to move your life. And the biggest part of all of it is you're believing within yourself. That's it. You believe within you, the rest will come all together. Miss Lisa, I see you got your hand up.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm like Benita. I'm on vacation this week, and I've been with family for the last 10 days. I go home today. I'm going to start crying, but it's been great. It's been really wonderful, and it's true. Everything that Julio said was true. It's like in the beginning, you're not sure why you're holding this rock, and like, what does this mean? You know, and then it's like, when you touch it, you realize what everybody has said, what Thomas has said, what Jen has said, what, you know, it's all about the gratitude. Thomas has been with me for a while, and everybody kept telling me, because I'm a single mom, that you can't afford your own home. Well, I bought my own house, and I live in California. My family lives here in New Jersey. Like I said, we've been here for 10 days, and we went looking at houses for 3 days, and I found my home. I found my home. Kids and I are going to go home, talk about what we want to do, how we want to do this. And we really want to move to New Jersey, where my family is. And so I'm going to start, you know, gratitude with my rock, thankfulness every day. I mean, I've already been doing it, but now that's coming into play as well. So it's all, you're here for a purpose, and you're sharing your life with everybody. And it is true, like, again, what Julio said, you're helping the average person who needs this, who wants this, who doesn't even know that we're out there. And that's what helps me, and that's what inspires me to help other moms who really want to do something different, who really want to be home with their kids, or just have that excitement every day. Like Thomas was saying, when you wake up in the morning, I'm excited every morning when I wake up. You know, first thing I reach for and grab for is my rock, and you know, I lay there in bed in the morning, and it's been so great. I can't even thank you all enough for just, I wasn't going to hop on this morning, and I'm grateful that I did, because I heard everything I needed to hear this morning. And again, it's a confirmation. When you hear something, when you think it and then you hear it, it's a confirmation that that's what you need to do. So thank you. I appreciate you all so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that story. You know, yes, me and Lisa have been talking back and forth for probably about 2.5 years now, and to see her dreams and her desires and where she has gone with her life, and to be able to get that dream home and to be able to see the movement within her life. And yeah, she's got the goal planning down. She's scheduling her life. She knows what she's wanting. And that's the biggest part, knowing what you want. That was the one question that I asked her throughout the conversation that we had in sitting out there in the middle of the lake. I looked at her dead in the face after everything she kept saying, going over and over in this story that she kept telling herself. And it was more of the lack of. I looked at her and I said, what do you want for you?
And what did I keep telling you? I don't know what you're asking me. Just like what Julio was saying too, like, why the heck am I carrying this rock? Like, what does that mean? And I kept, I don't know. And it kept referring back to my kids. Well, I want my kids to be happy. I want my kids to be healthy. And he was like, no, you. And I kept saying, that is it. And part of it is that, I think you encompass, your family and things like that. But on the same token, it's like, sit down with yourself and have a conversation with yourself. And where are you going? My kids are going to grow up and move out and have their own adventures. And I think Thomas was getting to the point where, what if your kids weren't around? What do you want? Where are you going to go? And that was really important for me. And he stuck with it, and he kept jabbing at it and jabbing at it and jabbing at it. And I did. I started my journals, and I started writing out what I wanted. And like with Shannon, oh, honey girl, God love you. I'm coming to visit you. It's like, I wanted to meet up with Carissa while I was back here. Didn't get a chance to do that, but it is, and the flow comes into play. And even though my idea shifted a little bit to move back here, all the foundation stuff is still there. So thank you.
Yes. Awesome journeys, awesome opportunities. And then nothing better than on a 4th of July weekend to be able to hear these words from these people, the conversations of what they're doing, to have the freedom within their life, within their own self, to be able to break their own walls down, to be able to take those chains and break them and know that they're doing something more within their life, not having the self-doubt of thinking, oh, I'm just a single mom. No, you are a powerful freaking woman. Each and every woman that is on here today, you are powerful. Each and every man that is on here today, you are powerful. Know it, harness it, grasp it, enjoy it, and know that each day that you're moving yourself towards something new and bigger than you have ever even fathomed will be in your life. That love and that attraction that you bring in, that abundance that keeps flowing to you, that vibration that you keep putting yourself on, of the higher vibration of knowing that you are powerful and not letting anybody else hamper you of that thought process. And you keep moving towards that each day, and you will keep those frequencies flowing, and you will keep that happiness flowing. And then your life will be in a total different section, elevation, level, frequency, whatever you want to call it. But just know that you are a one powerful awesomeness, sweetness, beautifulness, handsomeness creator. So create your next vision, create your next journey, create what you've been seeing inside that mirror all this time, knowing that you have a voice to not go back from any conversation and say, I should have said this at that time. No, you're going to know the exact words to be able to speak at the right time to the right people that you are attracting to be around you, because how would you put it? Can you feel when you know that things are off just a little bit and you don't know why sometimes? And you're like, why am I here? But what's really going on? Going through an airport and getting everything checked out, going through this, that, and the other. And it's like everybody's just flowing right through. And it's like, oh, it's going to be a good flowing day. And then right before you get there and the guy's right in front of you, it's like, you start looking around. It's like, I've been here, deja vu feeling or something, right? And it's like, what's going on? And you're looking around. So now start paying attention. And it's like, what's going on? And then I go through the machine and then it beeps. Now I get to go to security check. Woohoo! Great. That was the thought process, right? What's going on? Well, then I stop for a moment and I'm just kind of thinking about it. What is going on? Why am I truly here? Why am I walking through this line? Why am I getting checked? Because I go through with slippers on so I can get in and out quickly. I don't carry belts and I don't carry change. I know, I've been through airports plenty of times across this world. So I was like, So I'm sitting there as the person is going through all my stuff. Well, then, after they pull everything out and they look at everything and then they say, you know what, there's nothing in there. So I'm sitting there the whole time and it's like, okay. I'm putting it all back in now. And they're talking to me. Say, well, why do you have the computer and the microphones and the cell phones and all this other stuff? Why? Because I'm going to a conference. I'm going to speak somewhere. What do you talk about? Yeah, okay. I talk about mindset. I talk about energy. I talk about frequencies. I talk about how to live a life and be able to do it all online, things like that. This person looks at me and says, you know what? I've been looking into something like that. So now do you understand why I got pulled into that line? Is because they was in the frequency of thinking of that, been looking for it. And then guess what do I do? And then guess what? Now we're communicating about what I do and how they can do it. Now do you understand sometimes that gut feeling or that situation that pops up to where you might get called off into the check line for security? Not you were picked out. You were not pinpointed. You were not, drawn out of a lineup because of the way you looked. It might be because of the energy you're putting off. The vibrations will attract you to the people that you need to be around. Sometimes that person may have been something that I was looking for and they could assist me with. Vice versa. You're attracting the people that you're going to be around at all times. So don't look at things that, I'm in a rush. Oh, I got to get over here to this line. I've got to get through this checkpoint. All right, and that mindset right there that's the first thing that we want to think. But with learning the new process of what we have going on right here with the mindset, you now look at things of like, why am I attracted here? What's going on? I'm feeling that something's different within me, called that guidance system. All right, I feel something different. What's going on? Start paying attention to the smells, the sounds, the people, the area. Now you're getting better in tune with you. Within that attunement, you'll be able to look at things and life with a whole new perspective, a whole new set of eyes. That's what we're wanting you to do. Look at your life in a whole different perspective than that mindset that you've had for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. New set of eyes. Julio said it yesterday. Remove the scabs. Remove the whatever from those eyes, the calluses. Remove those calluses and start to see the new you, the bigger you, the beautiful you. Miss Patty, I see your hand up. Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. So inspiring this morning, listening to all these incredible stories. And Lisa, we've chatted, and I'm so happy for you that you've come to this decision. Christy, rocking on. That's so awesome. And Shannon, I saw your videos where you were searching, and then you finally found your home. So I was so very happy for you. As most of you know, I don't come on every single morning. I do try to listen to the replays, usually on my drive home. So I have something inspiring to listen to on the way home at night. But yesterday at about 5 o'clock, I was talking to my supervisor, and I kind of just in the moment said, because I was coming in late this morning anyway, because I'm taking my daughter somewhere, but I said, could I just take tomorrow off altogether? I have a call in the afternoon. I said, I'll still participate in that. It's a work-related thing. But I said, other than that, I can take some stuff home to work on. But I just need a day where I can just kind of get some of my own stuff done and do some personal things. And one of my intentions was to come on here this morning. And only because I'm not working today was I able to do this. And I honestly believe after listening to everything I just heard, this is exactly where I was meant to be this morning for whatever reason. And it was such a last minute decision for me to take today off. It was almost like I was talking to her about some work stuff. And while I was talking, I was like, I think I just want tomorrow off. And that's how I ended up being here this morning. So talking about what you're saying about being in the airport and, just going through life and kind of having people come into your life for either your reason, your purpose, or for their purpose. I feel like that was today for me, that I needed to be here this morning to just hear so many positive, uplifting stories about people moving forward. and having that manifest and coming to fruition. So I just wanted to add that this was, kind of meant to be, at least for me, this morning, to be here to be able to embrace all of that and to share actually all of those stories with you, to be part of the celebration. And I'm, really grateful for that. So thank you all. And that's it.
Patty, that's what I like to call being sensitive to the spirit. Your natural routine said, I have to do this, but your spirit said, there's something else I got in store for you. And you paid attention and you said, all right, we're going to be in alignment here. Good stuff. I love to hear stuff like that.
That's it. Every single day. And that's what we love, to be able to have these messages, to be able to give out each day, to be able to come in here and have this ability to be able to inspire others to do more within your own life and to find you and to get in tune with your flow, where you're going, what you truly want. So each day has been a blessing to be able to come in here each day. It's been gratitude out the yin yang to say thank you to everybody that comes in here each day, to give the love and the support and to be able to hear the different words that come out. And I know a lot of times that I have lost a lot of people within the understanding of the vibrations, but they weren't ready to receive yet. But a lot of people do come back when they start understanding more and more of what's going on in their life. And then they think back, and you know what? That little skinny white boy did know a little bit of something. He did have a few little words of wisdom. And that's what I want everybody to understand. We all have this wisdom within us. I am no one any specialer, like Julio said earlier, whether it's a president, whether it's the Shira, Ahia, or whatever, it doesn't matter. They put their pants on the same way I do. I don't care how much money you have or how little money you have. I will treat you with the same respect that I treat myself every day. And that's within love and belief within me. So that's why I'm going to love it that one day when we put out this event that we're going to be setting up, to where everybody who buys a ticket, they have to come with clothing that is torn and tattered, and they don't care about getting dirty. That right there, you're going to go through airports, you're going to come on buses, you're going to get into a limousine at the airport, and then you're going to get out into a little short bus, and then we're going to go mud riding. But yet you're going to remember the experience, the way everybody treated you from point A to point B, just because the way you looked. And you may have millions in the bank account, but it doesn't matter because you have a belief within yourself. So you have that belief within yourself. You're not worried about what everybody else is saying, their opinions. Julio gave a great description of his pastor yesterday wearing the fake tattoo sleeves and the way that people prejudged him. They do the same thing with what you wear, what you drive, because they haven't checked themselves yet. They haven't that belief within themselves yet. So what do we do in here, and that is shared out publicly across the world, is we let everybody know. Believe within yourself first. Give love to yourself first. Then you'll move your life. Then you'll have the gratitude for things. Great day. All right, guys, we're going to pass this on to Miss Shannon. We've been here for a little while. I know everybody is off for their holiday weekend. They got time and things they need to do, people they need to see. And I would say cat's a kick, but big fat one on Shannon's house, you wouldn't be able to move it. It's okay. It's like a little brick, 85 pounds. Wow. You haven't seen her cat yet, Lisa? Oh, my God, you're going to have to show her the cat. Oh, yeah. Okay, after this, we'll show her the cat. So she's going to wrap us up with the affirmations. And, guys, we've been talking to y'all about writing your own affirmations as well. Is this something that you have to do for the rest of your life? No, because it's something that you will have within your head. But just like the rock, when you first start reading the magic, it's a process that we're wanting you to do to get a better understanding of what we talk about each day about the frequencies and the harnessing of the abundance and knowing everything that you have within you. We talk about it within here every day. Those are just practices that become good habits, that you're shifting old habits to rewire your mindset. That's why you go through those things. And then when you get done with that habit at the end of this 30 days of writing affirmations for yourself, then guess what? You're going to want to do it a little bit more, because it's just going to become a good little habit that you'll give some good power words to you while you do your journaling in the morning or in the midday or the afternoon. So all day you're going to have that pen. Guess what? The store sells more They got more ink. And then guess what? They have pencils too, and you can sharpen them with a knife, even if you don't have a sharpener. So there's no excuse for being able to write your journal. There's no excuse for not at least getting up and doing an hour's worth of work a day. Is that too much? An hour. If you can dedicate an hour to this business every day, you will see that it will build something even bigger for you than you'd ever seen. 1 hour. All right, Miss Shannon, roll with us, baby.
Every day, in every way, I am becoming more and more prosperous. I am open to receive all opportunities the universe sends me. I acknowledge and express gratitude for the abundance in my life. I am an abundance magnet. Something wonderful is about to happen to me. I am connected to the endless abundance of the universe. My life is full of love, joy, and belief in myself. I am on the right path.
Believe within yourself and then know it. I am on the right track. That's what it's all about. Love and appreciate you all. We will see you all tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat time. Hey.